Martin, a former DC, want to lend us on yet to Zakwela Andar at Araka. Nandom ka timimiteri yelchacha pili eche albetoni bonne tena bob ene banga aleni ni wachen a uli bibine a voting a parliamentary na ina Richard kun ire ulanu na ar akara wielo a presidential candidate na in a John Dramani Mahama ulano mina arakara wepu. So another yizina echere Ben better on the bay Richard Kuire better on the bay Cadber Kumpiel better on the bay at the Zakwela Nebe near Nandome near NPP. Timi Kabonea Neza watching Tideo Mao Deo Condor Ewe ke Ben Condor o Quora Ulenu Deo Condor Ulenu Ban Leona Aqua Echen better Quobe in Bessor Vessere. So an appeal bio ewara a team na araka tina pila campaign na Nandom tina yon anisa kwele akuri ma
Honorable Dr. Richard Kuire, Maya Dr. Kuire number 3, Dr. Kuire, Osa! Ayo Kuire! Ayo! Joe, boy! Hey! Zanwar. Ariaka at His Excellency Ayekone Nide Chanete as Yena to Cheblang na sowa Azena Tigina Gan Darkane Acha Kambemba
Asamparabo,
Amineka Zuta Mipwana. So nitade ke tinafa ke atina dina azaniale. Oh ni ar ode ya nokwen kulekwe. Amma ma araka abe akina parliament uyo terchena mwengwena na imali ate. I want to go to Chenbe. Beminam Mieka, Nandom ya, Ateko.
Negafra. And I yaran and mala as yena fast or any minute zani wa. And boy yelkone. Ting yota, Tiba and Yota, Ticobantia. Many times I think that you're later. About me, oh, I think in Boko, oppose a baby. Nina Bevin Pada for the Bevin Baby. Nina, Azina, Betty, Yariaga Bibre. At a paramount chief, Tipurfuni Barca, Nefuna Fra Terra for Namineza, Yiwa Zini, Achele at Nipen Owa, Tipuri Nizak Pele Barca. A name Zame. Nya upon Navemi, even Baran Nivere. Nimi na minewe. So a paramount chief, a paramount pona, a queen mothers, Nizakwele, to pour in the barca. And near Nizana year, Zia Menekawa, to pour in the barca ya. A nipe, a belmina, yellow one year, to pour in Beza, Quelle barca. Okay. Before in an ancient is there, involved in Yelka, I want to introduce His Excellency, the incoming president. 8th December, he will be president by all means, there is no doubt. Mr. Your Excellency, may I invite you to deliver your message. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Our paramount chief, my uncle, Professor Dele, and the elders of Nandom, I want to thank you very much for joining us this evening for this program. I know that this morning you were with us at the Regional House of Chiefs, and to have traveled back in order to join us is an honor that I appreciate very much. Myself and you have known each other for God knows how long, through my father and our elders. Apart from that, when you were chairman of CPP, we all worked together very closely, and I'm happy to come and pay my respects to you. All the people of Nandom constituency, I greet you, Ye Barka, Barka, Barka. Thank you very much for coming. Time is fast spent, so I'm not going to speak for too long. But I just want to say that on 7th December, we're going to go to elections. And we are supposed to make a choice about the leadership that we want to take over this country over the next 4 years, both at the national level and at our constituency levels. The NDC is a recognized party in Ghana. We have been stakeholders in the democratic system here in Ghana for many years. And we have governed before, and we have been in opposition before. And so it gives the opportunity for the electorate to be able to make a determination of what we are capable of. I can say unequivocally that in this part of the country, indeed not only this part of the country, but I can say principally in the northern part of the country, virtually everything we have here, from telecommunications to healthcare, to education, to roads, to water, to electricity, everything we have here, we have received in the time of the NDC. And I say this I say this to emphasize the difference between us and our opponents or our colleagues, the New Patriotic Party. NDC invests in people, invests in development. We invest in things that will transform the lives of the people. Alternatively, our opponents are what they call property-owning democracy. And so for them, they come to a community, they pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, and they empower them. Because they say if you empower those people, they also empower their families. But NDC's philosophy is different. What are the felt needs of the people? That is what we ask ourselves. And when we have asked what the felt needs of the people are, that is what we concentrate on doing. And so when we extend electricity to a community, we know that the people in that community are going to benefit. And that their children are going to come and benefit from the electricity. And that their grandchildren are going to come and benefit from the electricity. And that their great-grandchildren are going to come and benefit from that electricity. When we build a school in a community, we know that the present generation will benefit by their children attending school. Their children's children will come and attend the same school. Their children's children's children will also have the benefit of the same school. When we provide water for a community, we know that it will improve the health outcomes of the community because people will have access to clean drinking water. Their children will have access to clean drinking water. Their grandchildren will come and drink that same water. When we do a road, when we build a CHIPS compound, or a polyclinic, or a hospital, we know that it will benefit the entire community. But our opponents will come and pick 10 of you and empower them. And then they'll come back to the community. And they'll come and show off and say, you see, when I joined the MPP, I bought a motorcycle, I got a car, I built a house. You have been following. Listen to this carefully. He says, I joined the MPP, I bought a car, I bought a television, I have a motorcycle, I built a house. You've been following NDC, what have you got? But he forgets that I bought a TV, the TV he has in his house. If NDC didn't provide that electricity, he can't watch that TV. He forgets that if NDC didn't build that school, his child won't have a school to go to. He forgets that if NDC didn't provide water in that community, his wife would have to go a long distance to go and fetch water and come. He forgets that if NDC didn't build that road, he will not have a road to drive his car on. And so, we don't believe in selecting a few people and making them rich at the expense of everybody else. We believe in investing in the things that will give everybody in the community an equal opportunity. And so we'll continue to do the things that benefit all our people because we believe that the basic principle of democracy is equal opportunity and that everybody should have an equal opportunity to develop themselves. And that is why we continue to do what we do. And so we're going to come and continue infrastructure. All the abandoned projects. I've gone around this country. I've seen the E-blocks we're building. They've been abandoned. I've seen CHIPS compounds we're building. They've been abandoned. I've seen roads we're working on abandoned. I've seen electrification projects. We're extending electricity to communities. The poles are lying there, the wires are lying there, abandoned for the last 8 years. And so I've said that we'll better spend our resources completing those abandoned and uncompleted projects before we start new projects. But the key thing for NDC coming back is not only infrastructure, it is urgently to grow this economy, expand the economy, create opportunities for young people to get jobs to do. Because we are sitting on a ticking time bomb. We are sitting on a ticking time bomb. They say that the youthful population is an advantage. Yes, it is an advantage. But that is if you can create the opportunities for them to use their youth and vibrancy to be able to help themselves. But if you are having a young and youthful growing population and you cannot create opportunities for them, then you have a problem. And that is the problem that is developing under the MPP. They took unemployment under us when NDC was in power. It was 8.4%. Total unemployment in this country was 8.4%. Today, 8 years of MPP, unemployment in Ghana is almost 15%. And that is why a lot of young people have finished school 2-3 years ago. They are still sitting in their father and mother's houses. If their parents don't provide food, they won't have food to eat. And so, people have finished colleges of education and they have not been posted. They are sitting at home with their parents. Nurses have finished nursing training school and they are sitting at home. 3-4 batches are still at home, not posted. And so we feel a sense of urgency to come and move this nation forward. But it's not going to be easy. Because what this government has done to this country is unprecedented. Our economy is in a terrible mess. And the thing is, they don't care about anybody else. It's just that small cabal that have benefited. And yet, they have destroyed this our country's economy and lumped us with debt that will take us 50 years or more to pay. And as I've said, it's not those who borrowed the money who are going to pay it. How many years do they have left? It is you, the young people, who in the next 50 years will still be alive. You are going to be paying that money that they have taken and spent already. And that is why this election is about your future. It's about the future of the youth. You must not let people who have done such damage to our country's reputation, to our country's economy, to our country's governance, you cannot let such people get away without accounting for it. And the only way we can hold them to account is for them to leave office. That's why they are desperate. That's why they are desperate to have the vice president to succeed them. Because once he succeeds them, nobody will be held to account. I don't see him prosecuting any of the top people in this government. He won't do it. It is NDC that can come and ask them questions. The COVID money, what did you do with it? And they will have to give us answers. It is NDC that will come and ask them, the PDS money that you were quarreling over, what did you do with it? It is NDC that can come and ask them those difficult questions. And they will have to account to the people of Ghana. And the money that they haven't spent yet that we can recover, we will recover the people of Ghana's money back for them. So that we can use that money for other things. The $58 million you used to dig a hole, what did you use it for? We want to audit where that money went. You made a personal pledge to build a cathedral for God. Nobody has a problem with that. It's your own pledge. You say, God, if you make me president, I'll build you a cathedral. But you have to know where to find your money to build a cathedral. You don't go and take the people, taxpayers' money, $58 million, you can't account for it. You gave somebody $6 million, give somebody $20-something million. It is only NDC that can come and ask them, the Pualugu multipurpose dam, you said you were going to build it. You've paid $12 million to a Chinese company. What did you do with that money? And so, the choice is clear. it is our former president who said, Shewasitinum natu abapa. Shewasitinum natu abapa in tree. It means look at your welfare, look at your existence, and cast a good vote. I wouldn't say that when NDC was in government, Ghana was paradise. But I can beat my chest and say that when NDC was government, life was far better than it is today. And so, my brothers and sisters, the time has come to send the elephant back to the bush. And as my father, Professor Dele, said, our main focus, our target is agriculture and agribusiness. We want to support farmers to produce food for our people. The first responsibility of any government is to put food on the table for its people. That is affordable. Statistics over the last 8 years show that at least 8 million of our people went one day without food because they couldn't afford food. They just couldn't buy food. 8 million people went hungry. And so it just shows that life in every sector is deteriorating. Under NDC, if you took your national health insurance card and you went to the hospital, the doctor will see you. After he see you, if you go to the dispensary, you get paracetamol, you get cough mixture, you get antibiotics. Today, when you go with your NHIL card to hospital, the only favor you get is they will get your card free of charge. Doctor will see you. If you go to the dispensary, the only medicine there is paracetamol. Everything else, they'll write a prescription for you to go to the pharmacy and go and buy. And yet, they said NHI was collapsing under NDC. It is now virtually collapsed under this administration. District Assembly's Common Fund doesn't come. They collect the money in Accra and spend it in Accra. In NDC time, anytime the District Assembly's Common Fund is released, you can feel it in the community because contractors start to be paid. You know? And when the contractors are paid, they pay their workers. The local fuel station dealer, they go and pay for the fuel they credited. They go and pay the cement dealer. The iron rods they bought, they go and pay. Where they borrowed provisions for their house, they go and pay the shopkeeper. Then they give madam, the wife in the house, money to go to the hairdresser and go and do her hair. So the money flows in the community. The money flows in the community. When the District Assembly's Common Fund comes, the butcher shop, they kill a cow because they know that money is coming for people to buy meat. Today, Grabo, go and ask their DCs. It's not that the DCs cannot perform. They don't send them money to perform. They are here, they say, go, come and collect wheelbarrows. Then they go and bring them. Come and collect Wellington boots. They go and bring them. Come and collect the garbage truck. Then they go and bring them. NDC is going to change all that. The money is going to come to the districts and we'll spend them on our own development projects. Look at our friends, the persons living with disability. They are supposed to get 3% of the releases from the District Assembly's Common Fund. If you go to most districts, for many quarters, they haven't received anything. But let me just tell you, there's hope. Let's not give up. NDC is going to come back. And we're going to come back and clean up their mess. We're going to come back and make things better for our people. Our focus is agriculture and agribusiness. We're going to support the farmers with farmers service centers. We'll give them mechanization support. They'll receive subsidized fertilizer. They'll receive improved seeds. They will get pesticides and weedicides for their farms. We'll give them extension services to make sure that they are getting good production on their farms. And so we're going to come and support farmers. If I want to talk, I'll talk the whole night. We have the Women's Development Bank. We have other schemes that we are introducing for salaried workers. So if you're a teacher or a nurse, or you have an occupation that gives you a monthly salary, we will guarantee so that you can take a motorcycle on hire purchase. And as you are riding it, we are deducting from your salary little by little to pay for the motorcycle. If you're a teacher and nurse, you want a small car, we will guarantee for it, you take it, and we'll deduct from your salary little by little, and we'll pay for it so that you own it. We have housing schemes for workers who have between 15 and 20 years of their working life ahead of them before retirement. You choose a place of your choice where you want a house built for you. There are small ones, 1 bedroom, living room, toilet, kitchen, bathroom, 2 bedroom, toilet, kitchen, bathroom. You choose what you want. It will be built for you. It will be in cedis, not in dollars. And so you pay little by little by little by little. By the time you retire, you would have finished paying for the house. Because we don't want you to retire and go to your family house and go and be quarreling with your relatives about which room was your grandmother's room or your grandfather's room. You should be able to come back to Nandom and go into your own house with your keys. And so these are all the things that we're going to work together to achieve. But we have to win an election first. And to win that election, we must make the right choice. And so when you get the ballot paper, it's going to look like this thing behind me. There are 13 presidential candidates, and the NDC is at number 8. But like I said, don't concentrate on the number 8. It's not important. You don't need to count up to 8. All you do is look for the umbrella. Look for the umbrella. The lady standing there by the one in the green shirt. Yes, you come. Yeah, come. Can you come and point at the umbrella for me? Just point at the umbrella. Okay, I said at the umbrella. Good one, correct. For 5 points. Well done. Give me 50 cedis for her. You have earned yourself 50 cedis. Go to the back there and collect it. Well done, well done, well done. When you get the ballot paper, don't look for anything. Just look for the akatawia. Look for the umbrella, that's all. And then when you see the umbrella, you take your thumbprint and you thumbprint the space by the umbrella. Is that right? Yeah, and then you get the parliamentary ballot paper. That one will have Richard's face on it, Quire. And so you look again for the umbrella, and then you just thumbprint next to it. But remember, when you do the thumbprint, please, the paper will be on the table. The ink is also on the table. And so, if the paper is on the table, you thumbprint it sideways. You don't thumbprint like this. You thumbprint like this. Because if you do it like this, it can cross the line. And once it crosses any of the 2 lines, they'll say it's a spoiled ballot. So you turn your hand this way, and then you thumbprint it. And then when you thumbprint, please leave the paper on the table. Don't touch it. Take the rag or the tissue that they will provide there. There will be a tissue or a rag inside there. You take it and clean your thumb until it's dry. And then when you clean your thumb, the reason why you have to clean your thumb is, if you thumbprint and you just want to fold it at once, if you hold the paper and you try to fold it, your thumbprint will appear at another place. And as soon as they see two thumbprints, your vote is a rejected ballot. It means whatever you did is cost 90, 0. And so please pay attention. Clean your thumb well before you take the ballot paper again. And when you take it, fold it like this, lengthwise, long, like this. Don't fold it breadthwise, like this. You fold it lengthwise, because if you fold it and the ink here is not dry, it will just go and touch my picture. If you fold it like this, if the ink is not dry, it will go and touch my picture. And that does not create any problem. But if you fold it like this, and the ink is not dry, and it touches another box, and it makes a mark there, they will say your ballot is a rejected ballot. So you fold it lengthwise, not breadthwise. So that's how we vote. But please, all of you in the polling stations, some of our old ladies and old men still find it difficult to vote. Please, if you have a grandfather or a grandmother, don't let them be shy. The electoral law says that there is what we call assisted voting. Assisted voting. And so if you have a grandmother or a grandfather, you're not sure that they know how to vote properly, on election day when you're going, go with them. And when you get to the polling station, you should ask for assisted voting. And they will allow you to go with them into the polling booth and go and help them to vote. So please take note of that. We want to bring down the number of spoiled ballots. Spoiled ballots normally come third in every election. After NDC and MPP, the next highest vote is spoiled ballots party. Even though I don't know that there's any spoiled ballots party. But the spoiled ballots are in excess of 300,000 spoiled ballots. And I believe that a lot of those spoiled ballots are ours, because they say a lot of those spoiled ballots come from the northern part of this country. So please, let's take note and make sure that we reduce the spoiled ballots. So finally, I want to thank my brother Ben Kumbo. He and I come a long way. We've served in the NDC government for quite a long time. We've been in parliament together. And today I'm happy that himself and his brother, Richard, and our executives are showing a united front. There's no reason why we should lose Nandom. We lose Nandom only because we are disunited. And so I'm happy that they've come together. I can assure you that under my presidency, I assure my father, Professor Dele, that Nandom will get its fair share of the national cake. Indeed, in the new NDC government, we're going to do recruitment to security services on the regional level, because we want every region of our country to be properly represented in our security services. We're not going to sit in Accra and recruit. We'll go around, and every region we go to, as many people who have the qualification as possible can come. You don't need only senior secondary school certificate. If you don't have it, don't worry. If you have a vocational training certificate, NVTI, any such certificate, we will take you. And we anticipate that under the 24-hour economy policy, we'll have to, over the next 5 years, recruit 25,000 police officers alone. And so everybody has a chance of being recruited. And so finally, I'll lift my brother's hand so that everybody bears witness that he is our candidate for the Nandom constituency in the 7th December 2024 election. All of us are going to be polling agents and party agents. At 5 o'clock, go back to your polling station and stand there and watch the votes counted until they finish counting. You have the right to record what is going on there, because we want transparency. Anything that is going on, the counting, the recording, you can record it with your camera. There's no law against it. And so let's all be party agents, not only the 2 people who are selecting to go and sit there. All of us are going to be party agents. And so on that day when you vote for JM, remember to vote for my brother Richard Kuire.
And so John Dramani Mahama has finally wrapped up his campaign tour of
Thank you very much.
Nandom constituency,
God richly bless
where
all
he
of
has
us.
just presented
Yebarka,
a candidate
Yebarka.
to the electorate. One interesting aspect is that Dr. Benjamin Kumbo, who has been 3 times Member of Parliament for this area, was also here. Again, from here we are going to Laura, where Bedzidin is the Member of Parliament. And don't forget that Dr. Kumbo lost the elections and Ambrose Dore won in 2008 because Bedzidin at the time in 2008 contested as an independent candidate. But today he is the MP for Laura, which was part of then Laura Nandom. And so we'll take you to Laura, where we'll continue our live coverage of John Mahama's campaign tour of the Upper West region.
Ghana must work more efficiently.
John Dramani Mahama.